So I have my red filter on, my aperture is set at 5.6 on the dial. Because I've got my red filter on, I'm able to get my light sensitive paper out. The light sensitive paper always goes shiny side up, and it's worth just giving it a rub on your jumper before you put it down to make sure you haven't put any fingerprints on it, because that will come out when you are processing it. I've got my timer this side set to 1 second. It's on ×1, and the next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to remove my red filter. If you don't remove your red filter at this point, then your test strip won't be exposed and it will just come out of the processing white. I'm going to pop my leaf down because that's what I'm going to be using for my photogram, and I am going to cover the majority of the leaf up with the card that lives behind the enlarger. So I am depressing the timer. It will give me a second and it will click off on its own. I then pick the card up, move it along and repeat the process. By doing it like this, I should get a really nice ladder effect on the timings from dark to light. Just make sure that we hold that card down and then we'll do the last one. Now that's been exposed, I'm going to take the test strip and I'm going to take it over to our develop, stop and fix. Now you might hit a little bit of a cue here, but you can put probably 4 test strips in the developing tray. So please do take turns in putting it in. So the developer on the wall says that you need to gently agitate it, which means rock it slightly for 2 minutes. You would then use the tongs and put it into the second tray, and you need to stop that for 1 minute. So that's the name of the chemical. And the third tray in the process is called fix, and that fixes it to the paper. And each of these trays will have their own set of tongs. I have got a small word of warning. These tongs have no rubber ends to them, and very likely they will scratch your photos. So be ever so careful picking them up and putting your print into the next tray. These tongs have the rubbers on the end and they are a lot safer to use. So if your print ends up with scratches, it could be because you've used the tongs with the rubbers missing.